Assalamu alaikum and good morning, everyone. So, today we will talk about cyberbullying. So, first, I will start off by introducing myself. My name is Isfar Mahmood and I am from Karachi, Pakistan. So, this is my birthplace and where I grew up. I grew up in Karachi, Pakistan, and all of my initial education was from there, and now I'm the student of UTM. So I'm currently living in Saudi Arabia and waiting for the COVID-19 situation to get better so that I can move to Johor Bahru and get to UTM soon. I am friend of Muhammad Haikul, and he asked me today to talk about cyberbullying in general. So yeah, basically, we will be talking about the general information about cyberbullying because I don't have a lot of experience related to this topic. But yeah, today I will give a lecture and share about everything I know about cyberbullying and which is in my knowledge. So, first we will start off by discussing what is cyberbullying basically. So, cyberbullying, it takes place over digital devices and cell phones and computers and tablets. Cyberbullying can occur through SMS, text, and apps or online in social media. Forums or gaming where people can view, participate in, or share the contents. So, some examples of text messaging apps can be WhatsApp, WeChat, it can be Telegram. So, all these types of apps. And for social media, I can say Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter. So, all these are the platforms for cyber which can be affected by cyberbullying. And gaming, I think, such as PUBG. So PUBG is a place where people can interact together. I don't know a lot about it, but yeah, this is the first thing which comes to my mind. So cyberbullying includes sending. So basically, how do people bully others through the electronic devices? So cyberbullying includes sending, posting, or sharing negative, harmful, false, or mean content about someone else. It can include sharing personal or private information about someone or causing embarrassment or humiliation, basically. So some cyberbullying crosses the line into unlawful or criminal behavior. So this is a very serious thing which we need to look over. The most places where cyberbullying occurs is through social media, which I just said right now, such as Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok also. So, text messaging and messaging apps or mobile tablets and instant messaging meetings can be like maybe Google Meet, which I'm using right now, but I'm not too sure about it. So, online forums, chats, and message boards such as Reddit it is a big example. Emails can also be used for cyberbullying or online gaming communities. Yeah. So this was it about what is cyberbullying basically. So now we will talk about the special concerns. The concerns with the prevailing of social media and digital forums, comments, photos, posts and content shared by individual can often be viewed by strangers. Like when you upload something on Facebook, or maybe when we are using Instagram and we post something, if we do not make it private, so it can be viewed by strangers. Like I can view Muhammad Haikul's profile on Instagram because it is public. So although I'm not his friend on Instagram, yeah. So the content an individual which we share online, both their personal content as well as negative, mean, or hurtful content, creates a kind of permanent public record of their views, activities, and behaviors. This public record can be thought of as an online reputation, which may be accessible to schools, employees, colleges, clubs, and others who may be researching an individual now or in the future. So let's say, for example, if I let's say if I take a picture of Muhammad Haikul, and I write and I edit the picture. I write many bad things on his picture and mean comments on his picture, and then I upload it on the social media platform, which can be, let's say, Instagram or Facebook. So what will happen? He will have his viewers. His viewers will watch all of his profile, and it will be basically destroyed because of my actions, which can be considered as cyberbullying. So yeah, this was an example. Cyberbullying can harm the online reputation of everyone involved, not just the person being bullied, but those doing the bullying or participating in it. So let's say if I use my own personal name for cyberbullying, so my name will also be considered as like my public reputation can also be destroyed like that. So yeah, internet is basically a vast topic to discuss on. People can use fake profiles to do cyberbullying and other things. But yeah, for this particular sentence which I just said right now, it is, I can say, a good example. So cyberbullying has unique concerns in it that can be persistent, permanent, and hard to notice. I will further elaborate these points. So, persistent. Digital devices offer an ability to immediately and continuously communicate 24 hours a day. So, it can be difficult for children experiencing cyberbullying to find a relief. So, let's say in our normal life, in our life which is offline, without electronic devices. So let's say you go to school and some children they bully you, or maybe they tease you all of the time when you're in school. But I can say that it is basically off record, so it will not be shown to public or anyone else on the social media platform, because social media platforms are very big, and basically anyone in the world can, from any part of the country, can view you being bullied online. But when, if we talk about real life, then that is completely a different situation. So in real life, when someone bullies you, you come back home, you have time to relax, and you don't have to it is not being shared anywhere, right? It is between you and the person who bullied you and the people who saw there, and that's it. The situation is basically over. But when we talk about cyberbullying, then uh, as we all know that social media platform is available 24 hours day and night, so it never seems to stop, and it has a great impact. It has a great psychological impact, which I will elaborate once we move further. So, permanent. What do I mean by the word permanent? Most information communicated electronically is permanent and public. If not reported and removed, a negative online reputation, including for those who bully, can impact college admissions, employment, and other areas of life. Because as we all know, when we go for a job, so our employers they basically search everything about us. It may be online, it may be offline. Nowadays online is I think a necessary thing when you want to know someone, right? You go through their profiles, you go through their different accounts. So imagine your employer going through your profile and he finds these strange things about you. So what kind of impact will they have about you? So yeah, it is hard to notice because teachers and parents may not overhear or see cyberbullying taking place. It is harder to recognize who does the bullying behind the screen. So laws and sanctions about cyberbullying, we will discuss about this. So all states have laws requiring schools to respond to bullying, as cyberbullying has become more prevalent with the use of technology. Many states now include cyberbullying or mention cyberbullying offenses under these laws. Schools may take action either as required by law or with local or school policies that allow them to discipline or take other actions. So, some of the important states, some states also have provisions to address bullying. If it affects school performance, you can learn about the laws and policies in each state, including if they cover cyberbullying or not. So I will not go in much detail about the laws because I don't know very much about it, and I have personally, Alhamdulillah, never experienced cyberbullying before. So yeah, now what are the effects of cyberbullying? What effects does it have on us psychologically and in our thought process, in our what can I say, how we basically it has effects on our behaviors. Yeah, behaviors. This is the right word. So, cyberbullying is a very serious issue affecting not just the young victims but also the victims' families. The bully and those who witness instances of cyberbullying, however, the effect of cyberbullying can be most detrimental to the victim, of course, as they may experience a number of emotional issues that affect their social and academic performance as well as their overall mental health. As parents today, you may not have experienced cyberbullying yourself because at that time uh, the world was not so technologically advanced as it is for now and the people who are living in today's world. So everything is happening through the technology. In every aspect of life, technology is involved. So cyberbullying uh, may affect our mental health, and parents may not be able to understand it like that because many of them don't know about the technology at all. Yeah. Yeah. So, as parents today, you may not have experienced cyberbullying. It may be hard to fathom how some words of text on computer screen can lead to such trauma. After all, bullying has seemingly always been a facet of school and on the playground. Perhaps you have seen or experienced bullying when you were in school. Maybe you feel that bullying is just a normal part of the life. You might also think that face to face bullying is much worse than cyberbullying, since the victim of real world bullying have more difficulty escaping their tormentors, while a victim of cyberbullying can simply turn off the computer or block a bully on social media platform. Unfortunately, it is not that simple. Yeah, you have to believe me, it's not that simple. And while the effect of real world bullying behavior are not to be dismissed, the effects of cyberbullying can actually be much worse. As parents, it is up to you to understand the true impact of cyberbullying, to recognize change in your child's behavior as a result of cyberbullying, and to find a way to help your child in a supportive manner. This is very important for all of us to understand and for the parents to understand. How can cyberbullying be worse than real world bullying? So, I will elaborate this more now. In a real world bullying situations, most incidents of bullying occur between the victim and bully or group of bullies in school or any other place. These incidents can range from simple name calling to more significant acts of bullying, such as rumor spreading, harassment, threats, and incidents of physical harm. However, where as victims of real world bullying can be granted a reprieve when they go home, their simple is no escape from cyberbullying, just as I mentioned before also, because the social media apps are active 24 hours in a day. Technology never rests. So this is very different as compared to the real world bullying. After being bullied physically, you can come home and you can stop thinking about it. But when you are being bullied through electronic devices, you are being bullied 24 hours. People are commenting, people are saying bad things about you all the time on the social media. So imagine what will it be like, and your reputation, your online reputation is being destroyed each minute, every second. So think about it. Cyberbullying, there is no escape basically. So cyberbullying doesn't end when the school bell rings. It can continue at any time through all hours of the night. It can come in the form of text messages, social media, post, chat rooms, messages, images, videos that have been altered, and many other digital forms. Cyberbullying leaves little opportunity for victims to defend themselves. There are no teachers or parents to see what is happening and intervene to put a stop to it, because it is not that simple, as I mentioned. Cyberbullying can also be anonymously, leaving the victim little recourse to even report the bully to an authority figure. And cyberbullying showcase the incident of bullying of hundreds or potentially even thousands within a short period of time. Social media platforms, in if the victim does know how the bully is and choose to block them on social media, the bully can simply create a new account, or they can text message or use a friend's account. Kids today are extremely resourceful and savvy with technology. If they are intent on cyberbullying, there is not much a victim can do to stop them, basically. So imagine that if someone starts cyberbullying you today, people will do and say hurtful or demeaning things online that they would never say in person. So, yeah, so let's talk about changes in behavior due to the effects of cyberbullying. So, what effects do they have on us mentally? The changes might not be readily apparent at first, but as time goes on, you may notice one or more of the following behavioral changes that can be strong indicators of cyberbullying. A drop of social behavior, avoiding friends or social events, isolating him or herself in their rooms more than usual, become more quiet or withdraw, finding it hard to concentrate on schoolwork because they're being bullied, and their minds are uh, focusing on something else. Their grades drop, losing interest in activities they normally enjoy, skipping school or expressing desire to skip school, appearing angry when they looking at their phone, tablet, or computer. So we can detect that a person is not happy with his or her life, hiding their phone or computer screens from you, avoiding using their phone, using drugs or alcohol, expressing dark thoughts or emotions, talking about suicide. So, all these are the behaviors which can be expressed by the person who is being cyberbullied, and we need to help them. So, tips to help and stop cyberbullying for kids and teens: know that it's not your fault. What people can bully is sometimes an argument between two people. But if someone is repeatedly cruel to you, that's bullying on you. You mustn't blame yourself. No one deserves to be treated cruelly. We are all human beings and we shall all be equally respected. Don't respond or retaliate. Sometimes a reaction is exactly what aggressors are looking for, because they think it gives them power over you, and you don't want to empower or a bully. As for retailing, getting back at a bully turns you into one, and can turn one mean act into a chain of reactions. If you can remove yourself from that situation, if you can't, sometimes humor disarms or distracts a person from bullying. Save the evidence. This is a big Advantage when it comes to electronic devices. The only good news about bullying online or on phones is that it can be usually be captured and saved and shown to someone who can help. You can save that evidence in case things escalate. Tell the person to stop. This is completely up to you. Don't do it if you don't feel totally comfortable doing it, because you need to make your position completely clear that you will not stand for this treatment anymore. You may need to practice beforehand with someone you trust, like a parent or a good friend. Reach out for help, especially if the behavior is really getting to you. You deserve backup. See if there's someone who can listen, help you process what's going on, and work through a friend, relative, or maybe an adult you trust. Use available tech tools. Most social media apps and services allow you to block that person. Whether the harassments in the app or texting comments or tagged photos, do yourself a favor and block the person immediately. You can also report the person to the service that probably won't end it, but you don't need the harassment in your face and you'll be less tempted to respond. If you are getting threats or physical harm, you should call your local police with a parent or guardian's help if you want, and consider reporting it to school authorities. Protect your accounts. Don't share your password with anyone, even your closest friend who may not be close forever. And password protect your phone so no one can use it to impersonate you. You'll find advice at password.connectsafely.org. This is a website which can help you with the advice if you are seeking for it. If you want, I can share the this link, or yeah, this link with you people. If someone you know is being bullied, take action. Just standing by can empower an aggressor and does nothing to help. The best thing you can do is to try to stop the bullying by taking a stand against it. If you can't stop it, support the person being bullied. If the person's a friend, you can listen and see how you can help him or her. Consider together whether you should report the bullying uh, if you are not, what can I say, already friends. Even a kind word can help reduce the pain. At the very least, help by not passing along a mean message and not giving positive attention to the person doing the bullying. So, after all of this discussion we had today, meaningful discussion, I have advice, uh, additional advice for parents. If you are not an adult who is being bullied, yeah, know that you are lucky if your child asks for help. Most young people don't tell their parents about bullying online or offline. So, if people don't tell their parents about bullying online or offline, so if your child is losing sleep or doesn't want to go to school or seems agitated when on his or her computer or phone, ask why. Ask calmly and open heartedly as possible. Feel free to ask if it has anything to do with mean behavior or social issues. But if it does, don't assume it's bullying. You won't know until you get the full story, starting with your child's perspective. Work with your child. There are two reasons why you'll want to keep your child involved. Bullying and cyberbullying usually involves a loss of dignity or control over a social situation, and involving your child in finding solution help him regain that. The second reason is about context. Because of the bullying is almost always related to school life, and our kids understand the situation and context better than parents ever can. Their perspective is key to getting to the bottom of the situation and working out a solution. You may need to have private conversations with others, but let your child know if you do and report back. This is about your child's life, so your child needs to be part of the solution. This is very simple to understand. Respect. Respond thoughtfully, not fast. What parents don't always know is that they can make things worse for their kids if they act rashly. A lot of cyberbullying involves somebody getting marginalized, put down, and excluded, which the bully thinks increases his or her power or status. If you respond publicly, or if your child's peers find out about even a discreet meeting with school authorities, the marginalization can get worse, which is why any response needs to be well thought out. More than one perspective is needed. Your child's account of what happened is likely completely sincere, but remember that one person's true truth isn't necessarily everybody's. You'll need to get other perspectives and be open minded about what they are. Sometimes kids let themselves get pulled into chain reaction, and often what we see online is only one side or part of story. Everything doesn't need to be online. Maybe it all started offline and then it went online. I hope you can understand that. What victims say helps most is to be heard, really listened to, or either by a friend or an adult who cares. That's why if your kid come to you for help, it is important to respond thoughtfully and involve them. Just by being heard respectfully, a child is often well on the way of healing. The ultimate goal is restored self respect and greater resilience in your child. This is not getting someone punished, is the best focus for resolving the problem and helping your child heal. What your child needs most is to regain a sense of dignity. Sometimes that means standing up to the bully, sometimes not. Together, you and your child need to figure out. One positive outcome we don't think about or hear in the news is resilience. We know human race will never completely eradicate meanness or cruelty. And we also know that bullying is not as heard in past generations normally or a rite of passage. We need to keep working to eradicate it. But when it does happen and when we overcome it, our resilience grows. It's not something that can be downloaded or taught. We grow it through exposure to challenges and figuring out how to deal with them. So sometimes it's important to give them space to do that and them know let them know we have their back, that they're not alone, and we are here to help them to make things better. So yeah, this was my lecture for today, and hope you all spend meaningful time with me, and that we learned something out of it. So yeah, thank you everyone for your time, and thank you Mohammad Haikul for giving me this opportunity to talk about cyberbullying, and it was a really important thing for me, and I learned from this assignment of yours. So thank you very much for this opportunity to for letting me talk about this, and I hope your lecturer also enjoys this conversation. So thank you, and I will end this meeting today right now. Thank you for your time.